Billion. When I tell you that they are always shaming us to cover up for a billionaire, I mean it. There is one billionaire couple in California that utilizes more water than every single resident of Los Angeles combined. Their name is the Resnicks, and they own the Palm Wonderful Company, which owns Fiji water, Palm pomegranates, and Wonderful pistachios. Also, huge Zionists. In 1994, the public water access in California was taken away from the state and divided up amongst a bunch of private contractors. One of those private contractors was the Resnicks, and they purchased 60% of the state's fresh water resources. They own the majority of all the fresh water in the state of California. And this was really important for them because pistachios and pomegranates take a lot of water to grow. So they purchased the majority of all of the water in California in order to grow their crops. And then they strong-armed all of the other farmers growing pomegranates and pistachios out of the market so that they could charge $7 to $10 for a single fucking bag of pistachios. But let's also talk about Fiji water. They purchased a natural spring of fresh water in Fiji, an island in the South Pacific. They took it away from the indigenous people, built a water packaging plant around the spring, and then rehired back the indigenous people at like $1 a day just to sell you and I boxed motherfucking water for $3 a goddamn bottle. It is not about you versus me. It is all of us versus the CEOs. All of us versus the Resnicks. California needs to fucking revolt and take back water as the public resource that it should have always been.
Wow. I didn't even know that, to be honest with y'all. But I'm not surprised though. These billionaires in this country are fucking vultures, man. All they do is instead of, making the whole world better, they make it better for their fucking selves. They suck on every little thing that they take from us. Like they steal our wealth on the day. And as my good friend said, they want us to be beholden to these motherfuckers. Like, we are beholden to them. Like, if you work at a regular corporate job, you are beholden to these motherfuckers. Like, that's the truth. Wow. These motherfuckers use more water in the county than anyone else. And you see why LA is burning. Well, that's part of the reason why. Maybe that same water that instead of them using all of it, they could have quelled most of these flames by now. And don't mention the LAFD budget has been cut, but I'm pretty sure the LAPD budget has been, going up every year, especially since the George Floyd uprising. So what's up, guys? Welcome to a latest episode of The Good Faith Show. I'm your host, Andre Morton, and The Good Faith Show is only on the ATP Network. You can catch the ATP Network on Twitter, Red Notes now. I'm going to make a Red Notes account just for the ATP Network. YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And also, too, I have, a couple of shameless plugs. As some of you may know, Tired Peasant's Twitter account has been nuked. We think it's a disgruntled fan that got her banned off there. But follow her new Twitter account. She already at 11K. Lizzie Cosmos right there. And also, too, on the ticker right there. Follow us on Twitter, the official ATP Network Twitter account. Ty Peasant and her boyfriend Travis run that account for me, which I really appreciate. The handle right there is at ATP Network 247. So, and also too, before I get to talk about that video again, I want to break it down. Like the video, guys. If you're on YouTube and Rumble, especially, like the video. It helps us. It pushes us out in the algorithm, and we trying to grow. And like we've been a little bit stagnant on YouTube. I guess YouTube is on that bull jump. To be honest with you, yeah, I'm trying to limit my cussing. They're on that bull jump, so yeah, like please like the video, guys. Like you guys that are subscribed to us, like it's up to y'all to push us out, cause like unless I'm talking about Jank Yuga, TYT, I don't really want to talk about that stuff all the time because I don't, nobody wouldn't care if I did. It's just like I want to have like morals and integrity. Like I don't really watch TYT anymore, so like talking about it all the time, like if Jank do something like egregious or something, I'll talk about it. But anyway, in that I just want to talk about serious shit. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna play this video again, because it's so detailed. Like shout out to this person.
He's shaming us to cover up for.
Shout out to this person. I don't even know her name. I got this from Instagram. I don't think that's her Instagram account or not. I guess somebody shared it from TikTok. But like, like this is why the term is called "eat the rich." That's why we say "eat the rich." Fuck tax the rich. Like that's too nice. Eat the rich because this is what they do. And then on top of that, when she said that they're Zionists, and I used to eat wonderful pistachios sometimes, like, yeah, like, well, one last thing I can add, one more thing I can add to the boycott list, but I'm finna play it and break it down. I already played it in whole detail, so.
When I tell you that they are always shaming us to cover up for a billionaire, I mean it. There is one billionaire couple in California that utilizes more water than every single resident of Los Angeles combined. Their name is the Resnicks, and they own the
Resnicks. I think I heard them before, but like in very like bleak detail. So it's them two people on the picture right there, and I mean I'm not surprised. I mean it's like they're like these the same motherfuckers that always will tell you, the working class person, you're not working hard enough. You need to pull yourself up out of bootstraps. But I'm pretty sure these motherfuckers' wealth haven't passed down. Like most of billionaires didn't become billionaires by doing hard work. I hope people realize that. They became billionaires by exploiting us and also inheriting wealth. So let me continue. Fuck the Resnicks, man.
Palm Wonderful Company, which owns Fiji water, palm pomegranates, and wonderful pistachios.
Fiji water? Yeah, I heard about them. That overpriced ass water, man. Pomegranates. Yeah, I heard all this stuff. Yeah, wonderful pistachios. Yeah, I used to eat that. I used to eat those. Like, I'm kind of health conscious now, so eating healthier. Like, yeah, I'm not touching that shit anymore. Yeah, like, and the craziest thing is too, like, Nestle and these people, the Resnicks, like, they sucking water out of a state that doesn't get much rain to begin with. The Colorado River, which supplies water to California, well, SoCal in particular, is drying up. It's like, you think you stop doing like getting water, like extracting water from California, like maybe almost all of it. Like I'm just saying, I just don't understand. Oh God.
Also, huge Zionists. In 1994, the Public Water
Of course.
access in California was taken away from the state and divided up amongst a bunch of private contractors. One of those private contractors was the Resnicks, and they purchased 60% of the state's fresh water resources. They own the majority of all the fresh water in the state of California. And this was really important for them because
Y'all heard that? 60% of the water belongs to the Resnicks. Of the fresh water belongs to to these coops right here on the top on right there. 60%. 60%. And you see why LA is burning right now. Makes sense. I mean, well, part of the reason why LA is burning right now, I have to say that, but like like these billionaires gotta go, bro. They gotta go.
pistachios and pomegranates take a lot of water to grow. So they purchased the majority of all of the water in California in order to grow.
My thing is, do pomegranates and pistachios have to it grow specifically in California? Like California, like water drying up. So why, like, could you grow the fucking pomegranate somewhere else in the United States? Like I'm saying, like it had to take 60% of the fresh water resources to grow that stuff. Oh my God, bro.
Grow their crops. And then they strong-armed all of the other farmers growing pomegranates and pistachios out of the market so that they could charge $7 to $10 for a single fucking bag of pistachios. But let's also talk about Fiji.
Yeah, they are way overpriced. Like most of everything in this country is overpriced. Yeah, yeah. Something that takes about what $3 to make. Yeah, let's just overcharge them and become billionaires. Yeah, let's just use our corporate greed powers. If you got it, eating healthy is expensive in this country. It's always been that way for some reason.
To grow their crops. And then they strong-armed all of the other farmers growing pomegranates and pistachios out of the market so that they could charge $7 to
So basically, they buy out the other farmers. Wow, just to grow they, just to enrich themselves. Say you can say the same thing for Walmart and Amazon. Like, just kill off all the mom and pop shops that sell goods and services, and let's just build a Walmart in this small town, and just let's let's suck all the wealth to the Walton family instead of a guy that owns a little dollar store, little dollar shop. Like I remember these little dollar shops used to be in my town. Like they just disappeared over the last really 2 decades because Walmart, like just monopolies. Like, oh jeez.
$10 for a single fucking bag of pistachios. But let's also talk about Fiji water. They purchased a natural spring of fresh water in Fiji, an island in the South Pacific. They took it away from the indigenous people, built a water packaging plant around the spring, and then rehired back the indigenous people at like $1 a day.
Y'all heard that? She said that they got rid of the indigenous folk, build up a plant, and then hire them back for $1 a day. For $1 a day, not $1 an hour, which is fucking that's a fucking joke. But $1 a day. The Resnick should be. This is criminal, man. This is fucking indentured servitude. This is what it is. Yeah, like this shit still goes on today, guys. Like it's crazy. Oh god, it's sad, man.
just to sell you and I boxed motherfucking water for $3 a goddamn bottle. It is not about you versus me. It is all of us versus the CEOs.
Like everybody says, it's a class war. It's not about me versus my neighbor. It's not about me versus a Trump supporter. It's not me versus a Kamala Harris supporter. We all got the same issues. We all going through the same, like, in terms of like financial well-being. Like, if you working class, you know what I'm talking about. It's us versus them. Like, they have so much wealth, they buy most of California's water supply to grow overpriced goods and services. Like, that should be a fucking problem. It's like, Tyra President herself said yesterday on T-Tac, she said a lot of people are waking up. I really hope so, because, like, this is why they want to ban TikTok as well. I'll get to that after she get done. We almost done with the video.
All of us versus the Resnicks. California needs to fucking revolt and take back water as the public resource that it should have always been.
So yeah, what a fucking shame, man. See, this is what I'm gonna miss about TikTok, because people have a big platform to talk to. Like, TikTok pushes you out in the algorithm. They do, like, compared to these other ones. Like, you say the same shit on Facebook, they're not gonna push you out. This is what they want. They want you to go to Facebook, because Facebook, like, they control. Like, even Mark Zuckerberg said himself, like, the FBI told us to take down the Hunter Biden laptop story. So yeah, like, so anything that the State Department don't want us to talk about, Facebook will go along to get along. Like, he basically admitted himself. So why should us, as like people that speak truth to power, move to Meta? Hell no. And that's why I'm glad for Red Note. I'm gonna talk about Red Note in the next segment, but yeah, like, they don't want us talking about this stuff. TikTok, like, has so many people to talk about exploiting late stage capitalism, and I think it goes beyond the people talking about Gaza. I think that's a big part of it, but I think it's stuff like this. Like, they want you to know the Resnicks took over most of California fresh water. They don't want you to know that shit. Like, they don't want you to know about people talking about their healthcare stories, or people. Some people on TikTok talk about Marxist communist rhetoric. Like, they don't want you talking about this stuff. It was fine when people was doing dances and doing voiceovers on TikTok. On TikTok. Like, that's fine. Like, that's not messing with the establishment narrative. But as soon as people start fucking waking up and start talking about how corrupt this capitalist system is, oh my God. Like, that's a step too far. And also too, it's technically not a TikTok ban. It's basically telling TikTok to sell it over to like Facebook or somebody, so they can fuck it up. No, I'm glad that the TikTok CEO and Mo Yang is not selling it, because it's not worth it, man. It's not worth selling over to Mo Yang at all. I mean, not Mo Yang. Not worth selling over to what are these fucking tech companies, like, for them to control what we can say and cannot say, and this supposed to be a free speech country, the United States of America. Like, my thing is, Facebook is worse with your data. To be honest with you, like, I trust TikTok and Red Notes with my data more than fucking Facebook, because Facebook, like, it's Facebook is really a shit show. And the only reason why I still use Meta or Instagram is because of it's a lot of Palestinian mutual aid people out there that help with Palestinian mutual aid. So that's why you probably see videos when I post them on other platforms that come from there. But other than that, man, I don't really mess with Facebook. I mean, slash Meta or whatever the fuck they call it. So So yeah, man, shout out to her, man. Shout out for doing her research. Um, the Resnicks are a bunch of fucking vultures, just like all these other billionaires. They're vultures. They seize on innocent little prey like us, and we need to revolt, man. Like, this is why people talk about we need a movement of some sort. I don't know what the movement would look like, um, but we need something. Like, this is, yeah, this is wild. Okay, guys. So before I get to this next sad story, like the video pushes us out in the algorithm, help us out in the algorithm. So like the video, and also to follow Ty Peasant on her alternate Twitter account is Lizzie Cosmos is right there. Um, so yeah, guys. So this story right here, man, is just it's appalling to me, man. Like, you know, like we all just knew this was gonna happen. Like somebody was gonna die due to like since now because of climate change we're getting multiple polar vortexes coming, and next week it's supposed to be another polar vortex coming, and this one is more stronger than the last one. So who knows how many more people will die because they are homeless. Like this right here is so it's so heartbreaking. It breaks my heart, man, because it's like um a lot of people look at stories like this and they just turn the other way. Like they don't care. Like as long as they got theirs, as long as they got as long as they got theirs, which could be taken away from you too. Like everybody life changes. Like a lot of people that are not homeless didn't expect to be homeless. Like shit happens. Like you think you think these fucking jobs give a fuck about you? Like they could just fire you on the spot. Like that's crazy about jobs. Like I have to put in a 2 week notice to a job, but I just could, like they could either call me or I come to the job and they could say you fired for no reason. They don't have to give me no reason. It's part of right to work laws, by the way. That happens when we live in the state with right to work laws, by the way. But anyway, it says this is from I think this is Baton Rouge news affiliate WAFB 9. It says unhoused Alexandria man dies overnight in freezing conditions. Now, like what people thought was going to happen again. Like even in Gaza, for example, like the little babies are freezing to death in 40-degree temperatures. Yeah, like yeah, but what? Imagine what worse would do to an older man. I think he was 65. His name was Carl Blackburn. I'm finna play the video. Then I'm gonna read the article too. Like a 65-year-old man, like he's an elderly man at that point. Like probably didn't have no adequate clothing either, right? So yeah, I'm finna scroll down. I'm finna play this video right here.
And died on the streets of Alexandria. Louisiana Department of Health confirms moments ago that his death was due to hypothermia and confirmed it as a weather-related, according to the coroner, as temperatures overnight reached the 20s. Our own Iora Rivas is in the studio to tell us more. Iora?
That's right, Johnny. Members of the community are mourning the loss of 65-year-old Carl Blackburn, an unhoused Alexandria man that lost his life overnight and has been known for many locals here in Senla. With the latest cold front that moved through the region on January 5th, Arctic air has moved into the region, sending wind chills to the teens. And Lowerly is director of CLASS, a nonprofit organization focused on improving the quality of life by promoting access to inclusive education, healthcare.
Now, my thing is, like they said, the guy. A lot of people knew the guy, but my thing is, at least during a fucking polar vortex, at least offer the man to at least offer the man a place to stay, at least for a week or two, right? At least, like, yeah, I knew him. He was a good man, but no, fuck him. Like, hey, we gotta fend for our own selves. Like, See, this individualism shit has to go, right? Like this is what the capitalist system want. They want us to go get our own everything. Like, no, we don't. No, you shouldn't have to share. No, you shouldn't have to share with nobody. Oh no, no, no. Sharing is bad. It's bad for our bottom line because we want everybody to buy a car. We want everybody to buy a refrigerator. We want everybody to buy a house. Like, if I got a 3-story house, like, I don't mind if I live with somebody. I don't mind roommates in my house because, especially if it's a big house. Like what I need all the rooms for? It's just only me. Like, at least they're used. At least somebody's safe in a home. You see what I'm saying? But let me continue.
And supportive services. She met Carl about 10 years ago downtown Alexandria, and the two became good friends.
You know, some people just impact your life in ways that you could never even imagine or understand. And so many people won't take the time to extend a friendly word or a how you doing, man, to somebody because of what they look like or whether or not they have an address or if they are of the same class as they consider themselves to be. And what opportunities those people are missing to meet some of the most wonderful, beautiful, creative, talented, resilient people.
And also says that the proper measures were not taken to protect and house individuals from the cold weather.
Friend learned that Carl was found by a dumpster, and he had...
It said proper measures. I mean, the guy was unhoused. Of course, that's when you're unhoused. That's not proper measures. Like, even winter clothes. Like, yeah, if you give him a whole lot of layers to put on, like, still could get hypothermia. It's in the fucking 20s with wind chills in the teens. Like that, winter clothes only insulate you for so long. Like, you need to be in a house where it's heat constantly flowing, like, to keep your body temperature at bay. It's gonna go down a little bit because it's cold, but again, like the housing crisis is just, it's going awry, man. It's like we found out more 700,000 people homeless last year, and it's obviously an undercount because you think about it, like, not counting the people that live with their parents or live with a roommate or just hopping couches night to night. Like, you're not counting those people at all. So, yeah, man.
apparently died during the night of hypothermia. And it's unconscionable to me that my friend Carl, this dear man, is dead. This unprecedented cold weather, we've known about it. We've known about it. It seems to me that plans should have been made by those.
Now, I'm not blaming her for not taking him in. She apparently she cared about Carl. She was a good friend to him. But it's a lot of other people I heard too that knew this man. Like, where were they at? Like, yeah, like she said, we knew the cold weather was coming. We knew all this stuff was gonna happen. The wind chills and all that stuff. Like, where was his help? Like, I'm just saying, like, everybody knew him. He was so nice. He was a nice guy. He's this, he's that. But you weren't nice enough. He wasn't nice enough to you to take him in. I'm not talking about her per se. Maybe she did what she could. You know, I really don't know what happened. Maybe Carl could have said, I don't want to burden nobody or nothing like that. Fuck that, man. Like, you need a warm place to stay. Like, so yeah, man. It's sad. Let me continue.
Whose mission it is to serve the unhoused, to open up a warming shelter. It's temporary. We could have found volunteers. Churches could have done the same thing. And so...
And about warming shelters as well. Yeah, they temporary, but only during extreme cold temperatures. But what about the night temperatures? Let's say in the South it'd be like 55 degrees during the day, which is tolerable, especially with the sun out. But at night it goes down to what, 15 degrees or 20 degrees. Like why is it only temporary? Like we know the long-term solution to fix this homeless crisis. It's just that, you know, when your government is bought by Wall Street lobbyists and real estate lobbyists, like things is not going to get done. You just more ways to enrich themselves. Like if Carl had a house, Carl would still be living right now. You know what I'm saying? Like they did this, like a warming shelter. Yeah, it's a band-aid on a big ass wound. Like some of these homeless shelters to a certain extent, a big old band-aid to a wound. Like you can't stay in a homeless shelter all your life. Like they kick you out over, you know, like they want you out of it for a certain amount of time. You come back, and then I heard that like they only open at night. So what if you work at night? You homeless, you still working. Like that's what I try to get my mom and them to understand. Like the older generations don't get it. Like homeless people work too. Like you could be crashing somebody's couch. You don't have a permanent address, but you still working. Like try to get a leg up for yourself. Like just a lot of shit to consider. But I guess, man, so much, man.
Yes, I think Carl's death could and should have been prevented. I know that Carl would not wish what happened to him on anybody else. He enriched and brightened our lives, and I'm a better person for having known him.
We reached out to the city of Alexandria, and at this time, we have not heard back. We will keep you updated as we learn more. Now back to you, Johnny.
Of course you ain't gonna. Hell no, you ain't gonna hear back. Of course. So yeah. That's that. Yeah. So, I'm gonna read this article. It's not that long. She pretty much read it. So I just like reading it again. Make it bigger for y'all to see. It says members of the Alexandria community are mourning the death of an unhoused man who passed away in the city overnight. Friends of Carl Blackburn, 65, confirmed that his body was found outside sometimes between the evening of January 8th and early January 9th. Ann Laurie, that's the woman that we saw in the video, director of CLASS, a non-profit organization focused on improving the quality of life by promoting access to inclusive education, healthcare, and supportive services. She met Carl about 10 years ago in downtown Alexandria, and the two became friends. Good friends. That's them right there. It says, my friend learned that Carl was found by a dumpster. He had apparently died during the night of hypothermia, she said. We know how cold it is and how uncomfortable to me that my friend Carl, this dear man, is dead because no one opens up warming shelters. That's crazy. Why not? Why the fuck? I know Louisiana is more south, but it gets pretty cold down here too. So why you not open up a warming shelter, for God's sake? Like the bare minimum. That's crazy. Somebody need to investigate that. We can't seem to create the sort of wraparound services that we need in the community to support people who are unhoused, whether that's mental health or substance abuse services, or even just how to budget your money. Well, she said budget your money. Well, it's hard to budget your money when you have bills that's due each month. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, but the problem is not people budgeting their money. It's the problem is that people are so underpaid and underappreciated in these job sectors. And also about mental health and substance abuse. Yeah, like this is when mutual aid comes. This is when mutual aid is important. Like we need to fucking take care of each other. Like the government's not gonna come and save us, guys. I'm frustrated that the church's doors stay locked and we stay warm inside while people walk the streets freezing. Yeah, Temperatures overnight were below freezing in the upper 20s. Um, News Channel 5 reached out to the city of Alexandria for further details surrounding his death. We have we have not heard back at this time. On January 9th, after Carl's passing, wow, after the man passed away, what it says, after Carl passed away, like, I kid you not, it says the city did announce the opening of a warming station at the Bolton Avenue Community Center at 315 Bolton Avenue. Wow. Well, I like how human nature works. Like, after something tragic, like a guy freezes to death, yeah, let's open up a warming center. Right after him and probably a few other people that probably froze to death. Yeah, let's open up a warming center for them. I mean, for others. You should have did it in the first place. Like the woman said in the video, we knew it's gonna get cold. Like, get cold, not a question. The question is about the unhoused. Like, man, City of Alexandria be investigated for this, but I know nothing is not going to happen. Like, on Thursday afternoon, the Louisiana Department of Health confirmed a winter weather-related death in Rapides Parish of a 65-year-old man. They said the death was due to hypothermia and confirmed by the coroner as weather-related. They did not officially release a name. Yeah, but we know his name now. Carl Blackburn. I guess the people at that nonprofit organization class probably really knew who he was. So yeah, man, like, I bet a lot of people ask themselves, like, why he didn't go to a homeless shelter, or why he didn't reach out for help since he had people in the community that knew him. People don't understand. A lot of people don't want to be a burden on people. Like, you gotta understand. Like, I'm like that too. Like with this network, for example. Like, I don't really want to bother my team that much because I understand, like, either most of them are have children or most of them just going through things. Like, life sucks. Because, you want to be that guy that just always annoying. Like, and maybe the same for Carl Blackburn. Maybe he want to burden nobody. You know what I'm saying? Or he probably didn't have nobody to come to. Like this lady, she only do so much. That's why I'm not mad at her. At least she was willing to treat the man like he's a human being. So, and also too, it's like a lot of people say he's 65. Is he getting any Social Security benefits? Well, Social Security, like, a lot of people really badly living off that. So like, again, it's like, when it comes to the working class, the disenfranchised people, will always put, hell, I don't think we put last. Like, corporate interest is always put before us, saying, like, everybody in America should be guaranteed a house of some sort, no matter if it's an apartment, no matter if it's a regular house. Like this shit could be prevented. Like, it could have been so preventable if only this country had humanity. This country lacks humanity. I'm talking about the structures of the country. I'm not talking about the people. Yeah, there's some people that look at this and say they don't give a damn about this man. Like, he could have did better for himself. Like, forget those people. Those people are deeply unserious. I'm talking about people that actually has a heart, that feel for this man's family, feel for this man's friends that lost a good guy. From what I heard, um, we that's why I want to organize on the ground. Like, this is why I'm pushing for, like, even a few other comrades are like, got to start moving, got to get the ball rolling. Like the government's not gonna come and save us, guys. Like, I know I said that again, but it's the truth. All right, guys. Sorry for the technical difficulties, man. Like StreamYard has been glitching all over the motherfucking place. I got fiber internet, but apparently it doesn't matter. It's got to be on StreamYard's end. So um, before I get started, be sure to like the video. It puts us out in the algorithm and stuff like that. So yeah, this is very, very interesting. I heard about this last week, but I forgot to talk about it because there was so much shit to talk about. Sony Hostin and her husband Emmanuel Hostin are in deep shit. Like seriously, like they some kind of insurance fraud going on, apparently, allegedly, and they are trying to fight back on it. You know how people is in this country. You are guilty until proven innocent. Like I literally had some people online. See, this is why online is sometimes on serious. Accusing people of doing something that they have no evidence of. Like why would you do that? Like they're just like the facts need to come out first. Like evidence and facts. Then you make your own conclusion. Like you just don't accuse nobody of doing shit. Like I tell you, man. Yeah. So yeah. Was a little video right here, but I'll play it in a minute. It says, make this a little bit bigger too. It says, The View co-host Sony Hostin and husband fight back against insurance fraud accusations. It says, Sony Hostin and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, prepare for a legal battle to fight accusations that he committed insurance fraud. Page 6 has exclusively learned. The View co-host and orthopedic surgeon have hired Eagle Mark Dragos and David Twites after Emmanuel was named one of the largest federal Rico cases ever filed in New York. Holy shit. I don't know much about Rico, but from my experience, man, like, yeah, if you're on some Rico charges, that's like some mafia type shit. Like, that's the same shit they'll want to accuse Trump of in Georgia, like Rico charges. Wow. Let me continue. Um, it says on Sunday, Jaragos threatened legal action to the tune of $5 million against the American Transit Insurance Company, which named Emmanuel in his medical practice in this lawsuit. In a letter seen by Page 6, Jaragos blasted the lawsuit as completely baseless and without actual factual support, and threatened to countersue for millions if the plaintiff don't withdraw or what he called false and defamatory accusations. Wow. Um, that's crazy. Um, that's crazy. It says the letter further accuses the insurance organization and its attorneys of waging a public media smear campaign in the press to harass and defame Dr. Hostin, his wife, and their children by attempting to weaponize his wife's celebrity. You unconspicuous tactics are well known in the industry, and Dr. Hostin and his family will not be intimidated, the letter said. Emmanuel is one of 200 individuals on December 17, 2024, and obtained by Page 6 last week. The suit alleges arthroscopic surgeries. Wow. Wow. Additionally, he's accused of billing American Transit in exchange for kickbacks and other compensation, which were disguised as dividends or other cash distributions, according to the suit. Wow. The Daily Mail was the first report on the suit, in which American Transit seeks at least $450 million. Holy shit. No fault fraud is a huge problem in New York. American Transit filed a lawsuit as part of its statutory responsibility. Attorney for the company told the outlet. But to Whitey's, if I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. Fired back for describing the lawsuit as a blanket, shot, meritless lawsuit by a near bankrupt insurance carrier, according to the outlet. So they saying that the insurance company want money. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah. Um, so yeah, man, like that is some wild shit. Oh my god. Wow. I mean, what can I tell you? Um, it crazy. They say that Emmanual, Sony's husband, was basically doing fraudulent practices, and the insurance company fighting with him for retribution. That's from what I get. If I'm getting it wrong, I apologize. I'm gonna try to find a YouTube video of somebody talking more thoroughly about this. So wait, see, as I did more research, I found out that apparently the reason why this lawsuit is live because Sony Hostin snitched on him. Wow, wow, man, this is a mess. This is a mess. I'm finna play the video. See what these guys got to say.
Only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, you know, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, you know, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So there are a lot of problems with it. But the notion that we aren't about.
So wait. So wait, she's saying that he wants to help people, but the insurance most likely denies them or don't want to pay, and he has to sue them. So I mean, yeah, like I don't blame him. Like you're a doctor, your job is to do no harm and heal. That's an oath. So treatment that can save people's lives. You should get paid for your work. Like, but we get more into it.
Violent country. This country was built on violence. We're a very violent country. And it's just undeniable that that's the case. And so I'm not, unfortunately, surprised that people are celebrating the use of violence. I'm not surprised that this young man thought that change could be accomplished through violence. 1 in 4 Americans say violence against government sometimes is justified. And today, in 2024, 1 in 10 Americans say violence is justified right now against corporations and government.
That's very scary.
He said 1 in 10? That's still low. It should be 9 in 10, 10 in 10. Like, it ain't scary. Like, yeah, to y'all, like y'all comfortable, but to an average American that has a lot of stories about how bad health insurance is, yeah, you understand why we are angry. Like, and like what Liz said yesterday on Tea Time, she said that's why the corporate media stopped talking about the Luigi thing is because they realized that, oh, holy shit, these people ain't not budging. Like, you know, Brian Thompson was a fucking, you know, he has a family. He worked hard. He was a working class man, but you know, it's a thing called class traders, right? Like, okay, if Brian Thompson was a working class guy, but he decided that in order to get ahead, he has to fuck over the people that he once was. So
Those are just.
And even though I don't think he might change something, he might have laid out a plan for a copycat. That's what I see.
Yeah.
Where the hell did they get that poll at? What type of poll is that?
I don't know.
That's insane. Well, Sonny.
Well, is he trying to say that because
Mike just get hit with the Rico?
Well. So Sonny Hostin's husband got hit with claims of insurance fraud.
So
Mike
he was
just get
a
hit
doctor,
with the Rico.
and he was
clams.
I said claims, brother. I don't think I said clams.
Definitely said clams.
That'd be crazy. Claims, guys. If I said claims, anyway.
So she pretty much kind of snitched on what her husband was doing. So he was hitting up the insurance companies and saying, y'all wasn't paying me money and I need more money, and she got some more bread. Is that that's what pretty much what's going on?
So basically saying that she turned on him. Oh, wow. In hindsight, maybe it's my autism. Like, it sounded like what she's saying wasn't bad because doctors do sometimes, like in medical professionals in general, like they have to hit up the insurance company, like, hey, where my money at, man? You promised me my money for this treatment. And I guess allegedly that he must have took things to more of a higher level than they supposed to. I don't know. Like, this shit's still new, so.
He was fraudulently billing a company that insures taxi companies, Uber, and Lyft drivers.
Seeking more than $450 million in damages.
Oh wow. Ooh. Oh wow. But that's a bag. That's a lot of money. Your financial ruin. See,
so
this is
what
you
about Trump again being a criminal? All that.
I didn't even think about that yet.
And
Trump is a criminal, but he's a lot of criminals out there. Trump ain't the only one. He just gotta, yeah.
He laying in bed with one.
Wow. And you're a lawyer. You know, I seen a tweet that said, girls be majoring in criminal justice and dating the criminal.
Oh, and she is a criminal defense lawyer dating a criminal. So is she gonna defend him in court? No, you can't do that. Just a joke.
You can't?
No, hell no.
So my mama couldn't defend me in court.
Hell no.
Nah, family.
It's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Like doctors can't operate on family and stuff either.
Yeah, my mama couldn't defend my brother in court for a freaking ticket. He was over with.
The irony of this, man. This is so funny, man. Someone said, looks like she's going to be married to a convicted felon.
That's what I'm saying. She said,
Now, I'll say this now. Rico, now if you get put on Rico charges, like, that is some serious shit. It's not like regular fraud, you go to prison for a while and you get out. No, this is some Rico shit. So this is some mafia type shit. If Emmanuel actually did this, like, you gotta be proven in court of law. Like, just can't make assumptions like people do all the time for some reason. I just don't understand. But like, holy shit. It did Sonny, like, I think she didn't intend for that to come out like that. If they thinking what it is. Wow. I'll let it continue.
how can America vote for a convicted felon?
It's funny how life works.
And now you're married to one.
That is.
Not officially yet, but soon to be.
It sucks. $450 million in damages. That's a lot of money.
He getting hit with a Rico case?
Boy, yes.
We're going to try to pull up a document.
Is she going to scream that
See, I thought Ricos had to have like violence and.
Well, it's the whole company.
No, not necessarily for anything. Yeah, fraud, violence, yeah. People put hit on folks, yeah. That counts as a Rico charge. Like, yeah. It could be anything like they said. It don't necessarily have to be like violence. Like, Trump didn't commit any violence, but in Georgia they thought about putting him on Rico charges as well. Because of the fake elector scheme shit. So
it's a fraud.
It's multiple people that's getting hit with this Rico.
So is she gonna say the Department of Justice is falsely incriminating her husband, like they did Donald Trump?
They wouldn't do that. They would never do that.
Oh man, the irony of this.
They didn't do that to Hunter. The longtime husband of The View co-host Sonny Hostin is starting the new year under a cloud after being accused of federal insurance fraud. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Emmanual Manny Hostin is among nearly 200 defendants named in one of the largest RICO cases ever filed in New York. He and many others are accused of getting kickbacks by performing surgery and fraudulently billing a company that insures taxi companies, Uber and Lyft drivers.
Wow.
So he trying to run a scam.
Yeah, because I keep saying a lot about the Uber and Lyft drivers.
So he knowingly provided fraudulent.
the crazy thing, that wasn't even in the article from Yahoo. But,
medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries.
This is insane.
So he was running. So scams, they got low-level scams and high-level scams.
Fat.
They got a nice family, though.
So basically, they're saying that he didn't perform. Either he didn't perform the surgeries. He said he did, but he didn't to get money off of them, or he did the other route. So basically, that's basically what I'm hearing. Right? Hopefully. Wow.
His son go to Harvard. She's so oppressed and wants reparations. I hate you, Sonny Hostin. You suck. Look at me. I'm Sonny Hostin. My husband got hit with a Rico and I'm on the view and I'm a lawyer. Fuck you.
These taxi companies and Lyft was giving benefits. Were they giving benefits and
They were there. So the company was American Transit Insurance Company, and that's the largest insurer of taxis and Ubers in New York City. And they were fraudulently getting billed by him and other people for surgeries. So they're basically sending them fake bills for them to get paid.
Oh, okay, so it makes sense. He wasn't doing surgeries, but he was getting compensated for doing nothing. Oh, wow, man. If this is actually true, yeah, Emmanuel Hostin is fucked. He's fucked. You fucked, man. You fucked.
Paid out from that company.
That's insane. How does that even mix?
Well, when you have all them illegal immigrants, that's probably what's going on under the door.
You know, when I first read it, it said American Transit Insurance Company. I'm like, transit? Like, what this guy? But Emmanuel supposed to be a doctor, or orthopedic surgeon, I guess, or some shit like that. Like, how did that intertwine? This insurance company provides insurance to like ride share and taxi drivers. What that got to do with a doctor? Yeah, that is some Rico type shit right there, man. Oh yeah, that's some fraudulent shit.
Door when you think about it, because they was trying to probably have all type of money. It was probably getting pushed doing the
okay, so they was just basically sending them like
fake claims.
Because fake checks is crazy. It wasn't fake checks.
They was getting
overcharged.
No, they was sending fake claims, and the claims was paying. They was paying the claims.
They're sending fake bills.
The company was paying the.
Why is a transit insurance company
That's what I said.
medical bills?
Because
it's a.
That's what I said too. I guess they're like Aflac, I guess. Like that. Cause Aflac does the same thing. Like they send you a check in the mail if you hurt. I guess they're kind of like that, but too, along with, but
insurance company for people in the transit industry, which is a huge industry in New York.
People who get hurt.
They was
So
selling
people
fake
who work
bills.
in the transit industry, you don't get insurance. So this is a private insurance company that's specifically for that industry.
Okay, I see.
Yes, and people was just. It seemed like they was just sweeping money
fake
under
claims.
Yeah, and they was just getting awarded them
taxis
claims.
and rideshare vehicles are now required to pay up to $200,000 4 times the coverage for private drivers.
Damn. Only thing I could say, I could really see how this could happen in New York with all them illegal immigrants. It was probably so much money and so much insurance and all type of claims that was getting passed during this time, and they was probably just saying, here you go, here you go, here you go, get your money,
That's
get your
what
money.
it's keyed up right there. It says the insurance company claims Hostin was given an investment interest in Empire State Ambulatory Surgery Center in exchange for referring a steady stream of patients. Empire State ASC issued regular payments to or for the benefit of Hostin, which in fact were illegal kickbacks for referrals, the court papers claim. As examples, the insurance company claims Hostin, who is affiliated with several top New York hospitals, including Mount Sinai and Lenox Hill, saw 2 patients in January 2023 who were involved in the low-impact collisions that should have caused no more than soft tissue injuries.
This is crazy.
wow, holy shit. So basically, I guess the people that taxi Uber, I guess they get hurt or whatever, something like that, low impact accidents, medium, and he was charging the insurance company fake procedures. Wow. Wow, man. I'm gonna end it right there. Wow. Holy shit. Yeah, man. Emmanuel if this shit is actually true and this is proven in the court of law, Emmanuel's done, and so is Sony, because people gonna say Sony's a snitch and she ratted her husband out, which I believe she didn't really mean to do that, but she did. Like, that's why a lot of times you gotta watch what you say on national television. And also I think too, Sony kind of seen why people were upset. Why see what Luigi did to that CEO of United Healthcare, and she's seen what she did, and I guess she drawn sympathy to it. So I guess somebody said, "Oh, so you against the grain? So we finna take your husband down." Like, you don't mess with these people, man. Like, they come after your ass hard, Rough, like I said, rough and ready. Oh, goodness gracious, man. Also, guys, before I get to the last story of the live stream, be sure to like the video while you at it. Why not, man? Just give us a like. It pushes us out in the algorithm because YouTube is, we was like steadily growing subscribers and all of a sudden we stopped. So, yeah, you know how these platforms do, man. Like, go against the grain, you get sanctioned. It's just where it is. So, the last story I want to talk about is from Mundo Weiss. It's an opinion piece. Shout out to Ahmad Abasis. He says, from Gaza to California, the flames that connect us all. Then it says, the fire burning in Palestine and Los Angeles today are symptoms of the same disease. A symptom that values conquest over conversation, profit over people, and expansion over resistance. That's LA, by the way, guys. It says, in the last few days, I have stared at my phone watching houses, history, and memories burn. But this time, it isn't Gaza. I'm watching the Palisades burn. The hills were alive with fire. The haunting echo of another inferno raging thousands of miles away. For 15 months, I witnessed Gaza's land and people burn through screens and headlines. And now I watch the skies over an American-filled city with smoke. The distances between these catastrophes collapse into a single smearing truth. The flames speak the same language of destruction, colonialism. Wow, that's true. I mean, Gaza, like Palestine got taken on by colonialism, and same with the United States. The fire consumed the Palisades isn't just a California wildfire; it's a mirror reflecting of a global crisis of connected catastrophes. When I close my eyes, the images blur together. The hills ablaze in California, olive groves burning in Gaza and historic Palestine, horizons choked with smoke that knows no borders. Research from the Lancaster University has revealed that in just the first 60 days following October 7th, the military response in Gaza generated more planet warming gases than 20 climate vulnerable nations emit in an entire year. So you could say that what's going on over in Gaza is contributing even more to the climate catastrophe we are suffering. In a single month, October 2023, Gaza dropped 25,000 tons of bombs on Gaza, releasing climate warming gases equivalent to burning 1,500 tons of coal. American cargo flights delivering weapons consumed 50 liters of aviation fuel by December, spewing 130,000 tons of CO2 into our shared atmosphere, more than the entire nation of Grenada emits annually. Wow. But the environmental catastrophe didn't begin with the current genocide. For decades, Palestinians have lived and worked sustainably with their environment, maintaining indigenous landscapes and growing a rich variety of crops from watermelon to olives, a latter forming a central part of Palestinian culture and identity. Since 1967, Israel has systematically uprooted at least 2.5 million trees in the occupied Palestinian territory, including nearly 1 million olive trees, which were a primary source of food and income for many Palestinians. Israel replaced these trees with important European vegetation, which you think when you just add vegetation from another part of the country, it probably wouldn't do well. Perhaps reflecting their own European roots, so they really want to make it their own. This destruction has led to a habitat fragmentation, desertification, and land degradation and soil erosion that affects the entire region's climate resilience. Well, we include the climate costs of war infrastructure, the tunnels, the walls, the military installations. The total rises to 450,000 metric tons of CO2 equivalent to exceeding the annual emission of 33 countries. Each bomb that falls on Gaza sends ripples through our collective future, and its impacts felt in rising areas, warming temperatures, and yes, in the fires that now threaten California's hills. I think of Gaza's farmers who for generations tend 170 square kilometers of flourishing orchards and fields, nearly half of their land dedicated to feeding their people. Now satellite images show a wasteland where gardens once grew. the Israeli military had destroyed 70% of northern Gaza water wells, demolished thousands of greenhouses, and transformed fertile soil into toxic earth. This have occurred alongside the dissemination of 80% of all Gazan infrastructure. Between October 2023 and March 2024 alone, 48% of Gaza tree cover was lost or damaged, either destroyed by a military operation or cut down by desperate people seeking fuel under the blockade. The bitter irony doesn't escape me. The LA mayor cut $17.6 million to its fire departments, while California sent $610 million to Israel through taxpayers. See, this shit right here really blows me up, man. It really drives me insane, because that $610 million should have went towards the city fire department, and it should have went towards the homeless crisis in LA. Like, and God knows how many homeless people got unalived by these wildfires as well. Nobody talks about that, but like, see, it's like our taxpayer dollars goes to some of the dumbest shit in the world. Like what's going on with Israel, like sending money to Israel to kill innocent Palestinian women and children. You know, but let's cut the fire department though. And you notice when I read these articles, it says nothing about the police department getting cut or the LA Sheriff Department. You know, those two entities. You know, they protect property. They protect Hollywood. They protect Beverly Hills, Melrose. You know, they protect what a Staples Center. You know, property. You know, all of those the variable property. But Universal Studios, all the area. You know, that's what cops are for, to protect property. They don't protect people. And I said too on Twitter too. I don't know if the tweet blew up or not, but I said, hell, since they want to upfund the police department so much, let them put out the motherfucking fires. Hell, might as well. Like, I mean, you cut the fire department budget, $17.6 million. The wonderful company controlling, this is what I read, controlling nearly 60% of California water through the Resnick family, pumps millions into supporting the very territorial expansion that have turned Gaza landscape into an environmental catastrophe. Resnick family controls most of California's water, and they support Israel. Just add more fuel to the fire, literally. That already in 2025, Biden is trying to push for an additional $8 billion in military aid. Well, it already went through to fund a genocide. Meanwhile, thousands of U.S. citizens from Asheville, North Carolina to Los Angeles are suffocating under the climate crisis. Yeah, let's not forget about the people in Asheville. Like, shout out to Status Quo. They went back to North Carolina, I think last week, to talk to some of the residents there, and they literally living in refugee camps in North Carolina. In the United States of America, there are refugee camps because people lost everything due to Hurricane Helene. And, you know, Biden's idea was send people a $700 check. You need more than $700 to rebuild everything that you lost. Like, the craziest thing too is hurricanes don't usually cause damage up in the Appalachians like that. But apparently this storm did. Oh God, man. This is why people should be angry, man. We need more angry people. We really do. Let me see. We are funding the flames that will eventually reach our own doorsteps. And this is in Los Angeles, guys. Look at that. This is in Los Angeles. This picture right here. The environmental wounds of Gaza will not heal easily. 37 million tons of debris now litter the landscape, a toxic legacy that will poison soil and water for generations. Each day, 130 cubic meters of untreated sewage poured to our Mediterranean Sea. Not because Palestinians chose this devastation, but some Israeli violence has shattered their infrastructure, their ability to care for their land as they have countless generations. When I see environmental activists who turn away from Gaza, I want to shake them awake. The reconstruction of Gaza, 100,000 damaged buildings alone will generate 30 million metric tons of greenhouse gases, equivalent to New Zealand's annual emissions and higher than 135 other countries, including Sir Lacana in Lebanon. This is a climate debt we all must pay, a fire we all must fight. The flames I see consuming the Palisades carry the echoes of Gaza's suffering. Homes turn to ash, landscapes transformed, lives upended, but they carry something else too, an urgent warning about our shared fate. When we permit the bums of California's aquifers and the poisoning of its soil, we'll accelerate the climate crisis that now sends California up in flames. The ecocide in Gaza, recognized as a war crime under the Rome Statute, isn't just a defiant tragedy. It's a harbinger of our collective future if we must continue to allow environmental warfare and genocide to go unchallenged. As Benjamin Neimark from Queen Mary University of London warns, the military environmental exceptionalism allows them to pollute with impunity as if the carbon emissions spin from their tanks and fighter jets don't count. This has to stop. What burns in Palestine and California, what burns in Palestine and Los Angeles today are symptoms of the same disease, a symptom that values conquest over conservation, profit over people, expansion over existence. Yeah, like when the Resnick family controls 60% of the water in Los Angeles County, and then on top of that, you got Gaza getting bummed to death, which is releasing so many tons of CO2 emissions in the air. Yeah, you get massive destruction. This is a legacy of worldview that sought to silence indigenous voices who understood that we must now learn that the Earth's wounds are our own. Then it says, if you allow Gaza, you allow everywhere. Today is their fields burning under 1,000-pound bombs. Tomorrow it's our forests. The fire that connects us demand that we finally see this truth. We either stand together against the destruction or we all burn separately. So, yeah. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, like Tyra Pleasant said this is true. She said this last year. She said that the United States will eventually become Gaza, and you look at Los Angeles and the pictures like literally mirror the images you see in Gaza. In Los Angeles, one of the most iconic cities in America, like under fire. Like, yeah, like all this because of colonialism, imperialism, profit, like the Resnick family, for example. Like, I don't hate to say this, but they are complicit in this because them, along with the LA city mayor, cutting the fire department budget. Like, you live in an area where wildfires are prone any fucking second. Like, the fire department budget should be fucking plentiful enough for them to fight. And then it turns out with the fire department situation is that they have a backlog of people that want to join the fire department. I guess because when you cut the budget, you ain't got enough people to vet and process and train and all that stuff. So it's just a big ass mess, as my mama says, a big old stinking mess. Oh God, man, all of this shit, man. Shit, like 2025 should be a year of multiple uprisings. I think the Luigi situation sparked a lot of people, and I hope the energy will continue because you got homeless people freezing to death. You got now people in North Carolina still have refugee camps because everything is gone, and now Los Angeles is under fire. Like it's time to wake up, man. That's why Liz said yesterday too. She said that we don't have time to talk to these unserious people on Twitter because like I don't, man. Like, I want to fight. Like, they just a stumble blocking my way. And for months I've been ignoring the unserious people online. Moved them out the way, and I feel better. So, all right, guys, that's the show. I hope you guys really enjoyed the Good Faith Show. Some shameless plugs before I go. Like the video. If you're on your way out, hit the like. Help us out in the algorithm. Follow my best friend, She's a wonderful person. Tyre Peasant on Twitter. This is her alternate account at Lizzie Cosmos. She's growing pretty quickly, which is good. A lot of people probably see that, her account got nuked, so follow her there. And also on the ticker, follow official ATP Network Twitter account. The handle is at ATP Network 247. We're trying to, hopefully I might just, instead of streaming on my platform, I might just put Twitter Premium on there and stream from there. We'll figure it out over time. First, we gotta get followers to follow it. so yeah. Appreciate doing this, guys. I love making shows. I love speaking truth to power. If you got something out of this, I hope you got that. But you see what you get. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I know, especially last year, like, there's been things that have been said about me and Liz and other people. There were lies, like saying that we are grifters, which we don't make no money from social media at all. We don't make money from Twitter. We don't make money from YouTube. We don't make money from Rumble. Like, first of all, we too damn small, even if to consider for monetization. And second of all, like, I don't do this for the money. Like, I got a job, guys. I'm fine. You see what I'm saying? Liz, she got a job. I mean, I help her through mutual aid. So yeah, that's different from like getting like, we don't have no major advertisers on our shit. So we don't have no advertisers at all. So yeah, like, I don't know what the fuck these rumors are coming from. Probably that disgruntled fan that's spreading all this stuff, to that person, God bless you. So, all right, guys, I'm done talking. Thank you guys so much for watching The Good Faith Show. I'm Andre Morton, signing out. Have a good one.